Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages. Welcome back to the channel here at CB Train Nuts. Crazy channel of trains and how to do things in villages. Today, I'm going to take a few minutes. My friend Ralph, who lives in Wisconsin, is coming down to visit in about, 6-7 days. Wants me to show him how to make video or decals. And I thought, man, what a perfect video to make. It's really simple, and I'm going to do this in a couple parts because I still don't know how to edit. I'm not very good at this. So we're going to start out here. I'm using an iMac 27-inch desktop, and I love this thing. I've had it for 4 or 5 years. It still hasn't slowed down. So I'm going to turn the camera around here, and I'm going to put it so that I can see what you're seeing, okay? So part one is going to be how to transfer pictures to your format on your sheet that you want. What I am using is a decal sheet for an inkjet printer, okay, and this is clear. And here's why I'm using clear on this. When you make a decal on a regular printer, you cannot do white ink. You have to have a special printer to do white ink. So what I do is I paint my cars white, and I'll show you that later in another video. But I do that, and pretty much the white shines through the clear, and it looks just like it was printed white. So it works out great. So bear with me, and let's get started here. So I go on my iMac 27, and I go to Pages here, and I click on Pages, and here we go. And I have a couple of different things on here, but we're going to start here where it says New Document. Okay, click on that. And then click on Blank Layout. Okay. There we go. Come on. Okay, so here is my blank layout. Now, I've done this enough times that I know I can put five pictures across for the S scale that I do. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain function not working. So this is one I printed up previously, and I didn't do a very good job on it. As you can see, the top got cut off here. But these others, Burger, Budweiser, Coney Island, Mermaid Pilsner, Genuine Draft Beer, these are all beer reefers that I'm going to end up making. So what I want to do is I've got pictures here in files that I label decal pictures. So I click on that, and over here I will have all my pictures already, okay? So we're going through a little bit of things with Big Boy here in Cincinnati. So I'm going to click on Big Boy. I know there's a lot of big boys all over the country. Okay, so here we have one picture. I'm going to crank that up. You come over to it, you right-click on it, okay, and you click on Copy Image, okay? So now I can go back up at the top here, and I can remove that. That we're going to put down, and then come over to your page, and in the field anywhere, you can hit Paste, okay? Now, there is my Big Boy, and that looks fairly large right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over to here, and I'm going to come to this little square here, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, and then a little bit smaller here. Then I can move it up here, okay, and I got, let's see here, 0.4 inches. I'm left clicking on this, by the way. 0.4 inches by 0.27 inches. So let's see if we can make those a little bit. Okay, there's 1.5 inches by 1.2 inches. So we're going to leave that right there. Now, I'm going to come back over on this. I'm going to click copy, and that hopefully will give me the same size photo. So I'll come over here, click on paste. Now, as you see, that just pasted it right back over. So you left click on it, and you come over here and move it over, and then boom, you got it. Then you come back, right click, paste, same thing, move it over. Okay, there's big boy again. Then we're going to right click, paste, same thing. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to move these a little bit closer to each other and a little bit closer to the edge. Okay, because there is no actual edge around it. So there we go. And one more, paste. And the reason I do it so that I get 5 on a page is real simple. I always mess one up, okay? So when I do a car, I've got one for each side of the car, and I can do 2 cars in one printing. Now, if I want to do mass production, I just do the whole page that way, but we're not going to do that, okay? So next, we're going to pull this over here. We're going to go back to my pictures, my photos, if I can find where that was. I lost it. Okay. All right, where'd we go here? Let's go back, close this out. Bear with me, peeps. I'm having all kinds of problems. All right, so let's go back over here to decal pictures. And we're going to get, since we're in Cincinnati, we're going to get Frisch's Big Boy, okay? There we go. We're going to copy the image, all right? And we're going to come over here and we're going to paste it. Now, this came out pretty good size-wise, so I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to keep that so it's a little bit bigger, takes up a little more side of the car, okay? Copy and paste is what we do with this. Now, I'm only going to get 4 on here. And one thing that's really hard about doing this is red. Red does not print very well, okay? So, here we go. We're going to do it so we've got 4. And then I'm going to do one more down below here, so I've got an extra. In fact, with lettering, I'm going to do 2. Because it's a pain in the butt. Okay, so there we have it, all right? Now, if I want to save some space, I can move this up. Well, not that far, because as you saw what happened. Okay. Here we go. Just a little bit. All right. Okay, now, let's go ahead and close this off. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is find me one that I haven't done yet. Let's see what we can do here. I could do Ham's beer. Let's do Ham's, I think. Do I want to do Ham's? I got to keep my hand from going over my mouth. Oh, my goodness. Well, I don't know. Tell you what. Here's another one. Let's do just these skyline chili ones, okay? Let's copy. All right. Then we're going to come over here and I'm going to paste. All right. So here we go. We're going to go right there with that. And then we're going to go down just a little bit, okay? And then we're going to come back over and see if we can get one more in here. Now, here's what I should have done. Okay. All right. Cut. All right, now, copy. Here I go with my hand over my mouth again. And paste. Okay, so we were able to get 2. Okay. So I'm going to do 4 more down below here. Paste. And I'm going to bring that down just a little bit because I don't want it to be cut off here. All right. Paste. And last one. Paste. And move it down. Now remember, I'm using the left click to move these, okay? And the copy and paste is on the right side. Okay, so I think you get the idea on how to do this part of it right here. And here I am kind of screwing this up, all right? So I'm not going to go back and try to edit. I don't know how, and I don't have time to waste on it right now. I'm 68 years old and in bad health, so we're going to use all the time I can before I go boom, boom. Okay, so this is going to be the end of part 1. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this out. And when I get it finished, we'll go to part 2, and I'll show you how to set up the printer so that you can print this and get some decent decals, okay? So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click off of this here, and that will come up with this window, okay? And it says Untitled. I'm going to put local Cincinnati decals, okay? So that's what I'm going to name that, and we're going to go in here. Oh, hold on here. Trying to do this and be cool about it. Local Cincinnati decals. Okay, then we're going to hit save. Okay, it says save it in iCloud. I don't want to save this in the iCloud. I hate the iCloud. And I am going to figure out, well, that's where it's going to go. So save it, okay. That's going to close that out. I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to say thank you for watching, and hopefully this is going to help you out and how to make your own decals, okay? So I'll be back with part 2 here in a few minutes, and we'll go from there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in part 2. Bye-bye.